We're working on page 122, figure 5-59, dovetail slide. We got 8 inches in length here, 4 inches in width or depth. We got 2.5 inches in height. And this is 1.5 inches here, and from this level here, we got 45-degree angles here. Okay, so I'm gonna hide this little screen right here in my AutoCAD drawing. Go in here. I've already saved my drawing with my layer properties on it. I'll show you my layer properties real quick. I got my center, my dimension, my hidden, my object, my title block, and my construction lines. My hidden lines, my center lines, everything else is continuous. My object lines are 0.50, everything else is 0.250. Start off the same thing every time. You can always go up and get the construction line, or you can just type in Excel and click on it. Make sure your ortho zone, straight up and down, straight across, and hit escape. We're going to go look at our drawing example again. We're 8 by 2.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and offset that line there, 8 inches. Go 8, enter, and click. We'll offset that one 2.5, 2.5. I'm going to offset this line now 2 inches. To start my top view, I'm going to offset this one this way 2 inches to set my right view. All right. Now, we basically have everything set. And we can offset this again 1.5. Now, let's go back and look at our drawing real quick. We know our depth is 4 inches. And I think we're already pretty much set with our construction line. So let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. We're going to offset that up 4 inches. And offset this one 4 inches. And then all we're left with doing is basically just getting everything colored in there and drawn in. So I'm going to switch to my construction line. Go here. And even though that's going to be a recessed angle there, you're going to see it as 2 rectangles on the front view. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to block in my top view just from the side and the bottom. I mean, my bottom view, or front, my right side, excuse me, just on the bottom here. And I'm going to go do the top as well. And I'm going to use my pan tool, go up here, get my object line set for there. All it looks like from the top on your object lines is just basically a rectangle. Now, we need to know one other thing here. So let's go look at our example again. We know this is 45-degree angle coming here and 45-degree angle coming here. So the easiest way to do that is right here. So I'm going to get back to my construction layer. I'm going to get my line tool, take off my ortho, start coming down this way. Now, in behind that specify, where it says specify next point, if you tab over that direction, now it's saying 130 something, but remember it's a 145. It's just the way my computer is set up. So it's 135, it's going to be 45 degrees to the left. But the way it's set up, mine is to the right. So I'm going to hit enter or tab. Going to lock it in there. Now, we don't have a length of that. We just know it comes right to that edge. I'm going to go ahead and click it. Now, we could sit there and do that on the other side, but guess what? Why are you going to do that when all you got to do is mirror it? And I'm going to use the midpoint. And no, I don't want to erase the original. Then I'm going to go up here and get my object line again. Layer. And just basically trace those over. That's why we use the construction lines. So you're not having to fight yourself to get that figured out there. So one of the things I do here now, I can now figure out how far in those hidden lines need to come. They're going to come in 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset that construction line. Type in 1. You go right there and click. Go up there to the top and click. Then I'm going to go to my hidden line layer. I'm going to draw those right there. Let me turn on my ortho mode. That way if I'm talking, I don't get a crooked line there. You see how my intersection snaps on the intersection? And then I'm going to go up and turn my construction line off. Go in here and zoom in extents. Measure my length. Well, I got the wrong layer here, excuse me. That's 8 inches. This is 1.5 or 2.5, excuse me. This one here, one and a half. We can get escape. This is called daisy chaining your dimensions. And I don't like to stack them up like that to make them. I do like to give it a little bit of separation there. We'll give the dimension of the depth of this. And I'm going to pan out just a little bit. And I'm going to give the angle measurement of this angle here. Click that. Even though I put in 135 for the right side there, that's just the way my AutoCAD set up. But it's a 45-degree angle. If we were to measure this side, it would be the same angle. And of course, you don't need to give the measurement for this depth here, because if you do this right, it'll come up 1 inch right here. It'll measure all out. So I will talk to you. I will be standing behind you or and here to help you and get this drawing done. Page 122, figure 5-5.